Did it work? Is it live? I've actually never been live on YouTube before with my face and all that. It's always behind a video game or something. This is crazy. Crazy. Friends, the NFL playoffs are here. My name is James Owen Brown, and this is POEz's Picks. That's where it would have been the cold open. But we're not doing that because that involves editing and all of that. We can just do this. I can just get on here, bang out the picks, give us what we want to know, which is obviously only correct information. And that, as you know, if you've been following along, is absolutely incorrect and not true at all. No ticket that I have ever publicly made has ever won. I did well this year without sharing any of my picks, but sharing the winning ticket afterwards kind of thing. And it worked well, and I think that that's how I'm going to do it from now on, but not for POEz's Picks, because I got to put my money where my mouth is, and you need to see the ticket ish. I am up for debate. I can see the chat right in front of me, which is nice. The Facebook one is a little trickier to see. And as always, POEz's Picks wouldn't be POEz's Picks if we didn't open a pack or two of cards. So let's bookend the show with that. We got some tendies. Zippe. Zippe loves the tendies. How could you not? I should have taken a minute and shared the link, but I didn't. So maybe nobody even knows that I'm here. Who knows? Maybe they'll come. I used the appropriate hashtags, NFL playoffs and all of that. Now, I'm not set up to open cards at all, so maybe we'll just kind of shuffle through them like this. Look at that. That's Jared Goff. Okay. We got a Jared Goff. We got a Daniel Jones as a Giant. We got an Adam Thielen. We've got a Josh Palmer. I don't have enough light to open cards. Stephon Diggs as a Texan. Russell Wilson as a Steeler. What year are these cards? 2024. Okay. Myles Garrett. Okay. Oh, we got a red parallel of James Cook. Nothing to write home about, but that's not bad. A George Karlaftis red parallel. A Baker Mayfield red parallel. A Dak Prescott something or other. Okay, here we go. We got a rookie. Oh, rookie stallion, Xavier Worthy. Okay, these aren't the year I thought they were. Look at the bottom of this card, you guys. It's mangled. You can't see it really. I'm not good at this. The bottom of this card is a disjointed mess. This way, maybe? It doesn't matter, you guys. It's a 1-cent card. But that's cool. We can look for a Drake May rookie card. Who do we get here? Michael Irving and Tim Brown. Okay. Our Buffalo fans. We got Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman rookie card. It's a nice looking card. I like contenders. We got I like this guy. A red parallel too. McCaffrey's brother, Luke McCaffrey, rookie card, red parallel. Then we got a Will Levis, yikes. A Jordan Love. A Jalen Hurts, terrible. Jamar Chase. Tyreek Hill. Kyler Murray, as always. And a Zaire Franklin. Nothing to write home about. The one halfway decent card was dinged. So let's get into the picks. That's what we're all here for. I gave it 4 minutes for the millions and millions to gather and hear what I have to say about the NFL playoffs this season. I love this season of football, you guys. It was so unpredictable. There were teams everywhere. It was crazy. Let's just jump right in, and it's an awkward one for me. Rams Panthers. I hate this game. This game feels like a trick. This game feels like an absolute trick, and be incredibly careful betting on this game. I think I'm not gonna touch it. I am gonna sit on the fence because it's gonna screw my ticket. If I do something for it, it'll be on its own separate ticket. The Panthers, maybe, I don't know, probably not, but it's the playoffs. And like, didn't the Panthers beat them in the regular season? Was that a thing? Uh-oh. I don't like the over. I see both teams playing very conservatively. So 46 and a half points feels like a lot. That game's going to be like 9-3 at halftime. And now we got a problem. The 10 and a half points that they're giving up, uh, again, I have no clue. It feels like, yeah, you take the 11 points. That's not the worst. Surely they can cover, but it could be 28-0 at halftime. I don't know. I hate that game. I just feel like it's going to be a problem no matter what I do. I'm probably overthinking it. It's probably just the Rams by an absolute mile, but I can't in good conscience put money on that. So I won't. Up next, Packers Bears. The Bears somehow are electric. At like week 13, I was looking at the standings and there were the Bears at the top. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? How did this happen? Why is this happening? And there's a lot of teams in a similar situation where they got hot down the stretch and maybe they sucked it up for the first little bit, or just teams like the Texans and Jags still have like this weird stink on them from just being bad for so long that we still are just like, oh, it's the Jags. It's not a big deal. As they quietly win 11 in a row or something ridiculous. I don't think it was that many, but a bunch in a row. Bears all day in this one. I don't give the Packers a chance in this one. I think it's all Bears because every time I bet against the Bears, they screw it up. And that's another lesson I had to learn about, like, oh, the Bears are actually pretty good. They got the offensive coordinator from the Lions is now their head coach, which explains a little bit why the Bears are really good and the Lions aren't as good as they were. 44 and a half points. Again, the over-unders are tricky because I know these teams are going to come out and be very conservative. So it feels like a lot of points, but I think they could get there between the two of them. And a 1.5 for the Packers. I mean, if you believe in the Packers, they're going to give you 2 points. And that's not the worst. Like it could definitely go either way. I could definitely be wrong, but I think it's the Bears. I think they're electric right now. And I think they're going to smash the Packers. And they're at home. Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to upset a lot of my closest friends. But this is the Jags all day. The Bills, I think, are going to have a hard time coming from, minus the minuses that it's been around here and then heading into a Floridian swamp. Might lead to dehydration, cramping, upset stomach, diarrhea, nausea, heartburn, indigestion. I guess they could just take a Pepto. 51 and a half points is a ton of points. Again, I think the teams are going to be playing conservatively. And if the Bills have been a tale of two halves all the second half of the season. And you're not going to be able to get away with playing that kind of football in the playoffs against any of these teams, including like the Steelers and the Panthers and the bottom of the barrel of the playoffs. So if that happens, it's not even going to be a contest. The Jags are going to run away with it. Now, there is a chance that Buffalo, with kind of a clean slate, calls it a fresh season and then let's go. And if that's the case, then they're a real threat to win the Super Bowl. But I think there's still a tale of two halves, and you're not going to get away with it in the playoffs. 51 and a half points. That's so many points. In Florida, if it was here, like in the snow, it might be a different story, but I'm going with the Jags, and I like the under. 49ers and Eagles. This one could definitely go either way, but I think the Eagles have it. I feel like the 49ers are pretty banged up and just they look like they're running out of gas. Like Purdy's running for his life, and CMC's holding his elbow on the sideline, and just Kittle, it's not great. And I hate to say it. I want the 49ers to win the Super Bowl because I have a ton of Brock Purdy rookie cards. I put a lot of stock in him, and if he were to win the Super Bowl, that would be lucrative for me. But I got to be realistic. I think it's the Eagles. They just have this way of I don't know, figuring it out. The 49ers are going to have to stop the run game. If they can bottle up Saquon, you might have a shot because Hurts seems to get rattled when there's no run game. He doesn't play as well. So that's how I would play it. Make Hurts beat you with his arm. 44.5 points. I think they get there. I don't think that's too much to ask. I think McCaffrey probably picks up a whole bunch of that on his own, and Saquon, they could each get 2 touchdowns, and you're a good chunk of the way there already. They're going to give you 4.5 points if you want to take the 49ers, and I don't hate that either. It's going to be a close game. The 49ers are going to fight. I don't see it being a blowout one way or the other, but I think the Eagles take that one. The Chargers and the Patriots, I put on my Pats jersey. I love the Pats, and I want to pick the Pats, but I can't pick the Pats because I am of the belief that they aren't all of this Drake May MVP talk. I don't understand it. I think they're kind of a house of cards. They're playing really well. Drake May looks really good. He's incredibly poised. It looks like the game is very slow for him, and he throws a really nice touch pass. But the strength of schedule is a thing. Like, that is a problem. And I think it's going to be a lot to overcome, especially in the playoffs. Drake May's first playoffs. He doesn't know what the media is like before the playoff game. He doesn't know. Constant interviews. Everybody wants to talk to him. He's pulled a million different directions. How's he going to deal with that as a second-year player? He's so young. So I think the Chargers get that one. I think Herbert has been set and ready for this position to make a run for a bit, and I think they have a ton of talent around him. The receivers are stacked over there. Quentin Johnston, Gadsden is a great tight end, and Omarion Hampton. They'll do the things around Herbert, and they'll make it happen. And the Patriots, I think, are going to be overwhelmed. They're not going to be able to play catch up. We never really saw them have to play catch up. So the level of adversity hasn't been there versus the Chargers having to, play teams like the Broncos, the Chiefs. 46.5 points. I think they definitely get there. I like the over in that one. And they're going to give you 3.5 points for the spread. I think the Pats, I don't know. I don't think so. I think the Chargers are going to take it. And if they're going to give me 4 points, like, I'm in. And then last, on Monday night playoffs, you guys, the Texans versus the Steelers, the over-under 38.5. And they're going to give you 3 points if you want the Steelers. I don't see a situation where the Steelers win this game. I think the Texans shut them down. 38.5 points. I know it's crazy, but I actually kind of like the under. The Texans defense is very stifling. And look for old man Rodgers to do way too much. He's going to try and do it all by himself. I see him taking off and scrambling when he doesn't really need to, and like diving headfirst for no reason. He'll just try to do it all on his own. And I think it's a similar situation with Josh Allen. If Josh Allen feels like he has to do it all by himself because nobody else is going to step up, that's a huge problem for the team. They'll both start playing reckless. They have that kind of gunslinger mentality. But with the run game, I know it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. Like, you know what I mean, that will to win. And that's all the games. I also think Denver is a fraud. I don't believe Denver would win against any of these teams, if I'm honest. I just don't see it. And I kind of feel that way a little bit about Seattle as well. They're an amazing team, but just Darnold has that ability to Darnold, and now you got a problem. So I don't know. Let's bookend this episode with one more pack of tendies and see if we do any better. And maybe the best we can hope for is that the corners aren't dinged. Is that really what we're shooting for? It's a fun bit for the show, but no more retail. God, every time. Let's see who we got. James Cook. Are you kidding me? It's the same pack. George Karlaftis. Baker Mayfield. You guys, it's almost literally the same pack. Aiden Hutchinson. Breece Hall. Why do they put them all up? I guess you guys can't even see. DJ Moore. We got Puka Nakua. You can't see him anyway. I'll just do it down here. And then we got a red Puka Nakua. Okay. We got Bobby Wagner. We got a red Anthony Richardson. This is abysmal. Lamar Jackson. Game ticket. Nothing of note, really. There's a rookie, Adonai Mitchell. Round numbers, McCarthy and Bo Nix. That's not bad. A double rookie card. I guess that's okay. A rookie Stallions, Bo Nix. I like the rookie Stallions cards. They're just very clean. Bottom of it's dinged, though, so. Oh, wow. Okay, now we're talking. This isn't bad. Red parallel Drake May rookie card. I don't have too many Drake May rookies. I do have a couple. But that's a good one. That's not bad right now, you guys. I'll let you have that card for like $4. It's a steal. Joe Burrow. Tua. Turn the ball over. James Conner. Jonathan Taylor. Micah Parsons. Kendrick Bourne. And on the back, hometown hero, Josh Allen. Friends, that's going to do it for this episode of POEz's Picks. I hope all your tickets win, all your parlays come through, all the things happen for you. Check out the sponsor of the channel, www.420dna.com, because if it's in you, it should be on you. Check out our friend David DeBlock Tyrell at sharetheshock.ca. All the info is there. Check out cwfcanada.com if you are local. Check out some indie wrestling. Do all of those things, friends. I will be back next week for the next round of the playoffs, and we will have a blasty blast, and we will see how wrong I was. I love you. Bye.